Do you remember a favorite teacher that you had? Maybe it was in school or college or at church. I remember this teacher I had in grade 4, and we came in one time and we were being bullied by this older group of kids. I was in grade 4 and this older group of grade 8s were bullying me and some of my friends at recess. Well, when she found out about this, she marched over to that grade 8 class and let them know, you do not get to bully my students. She cared for us. And maybe the teachers that you've had that you remember, they inspired you or they encouraged you, or like I experienced, they helped you through a difficult time, or they helped you with a problem. Today in our story, in Acts chapter 1, Jesus is about to download some great teaching. He is going to unload and unleash on his closest disciples, which is about 120 people at this time now. And this is all going to be through the direction of the Holy Spirit. Something to note about Acts chapter 1 is we see now this next book of the Bible that Luke wrote. He also wrote the book of Luke and Acts. And it seems like he's writing to this guy named Theophilus. And we don't know a lot about Theophilus. Maybe he was a historian, a lawyer. We don't really know. But what we do understand is that Luke was trying to convey to Theophilus that what you have been taught through the scriptures is truth. You need to believe it. You need to follow it. But he's not just speaking to Theophilus. He's speaking to everybody. What Jesus is teaching to even these 120 can be applied to us. So what were some of the things that Jesus downloaded or taught them? And really, this teaching was gold, was worth waiting for. One thing to also note is we see a change in the language. Jesus is no longer referring them to disciples, which means learner, but he's calling them apostles, which means messenger. So there's something about that. He's saying it's time for you to go out. It's time for you to be my apostles. So that's the first thing that he kind of starts to teach them, is that you are now apostles. You are messengers. It's time for you to go out and share this news. Share everything that you have witnessed, everything that you have seen, everything that you know. You need to go and tell this now to the rest of the world. And then Jesus also tells them something. He says, I want you to wait in Jerusalem because my gift to you is coming. Have you ever had a gift that you really wanted, you really desired? I remember also in grade 4 is one Christmas, I really wanted a GT snow racer. I prayed, I begged, I pleaded, I let my parents know, I dropped hints. I did everything I could to get that GT snow racer. But it was so worth the wait. I remember December 24th, I woke up the whole house really early. I dashed down the stairs and I looked under the tree, and there it sat, a GT snow racer. Friends, we know that good gifts are worth waiting for, and Jesus was telling them, wait for this gift. It's worth the wait. What he was talking about is what was coming was the Holy Spirit. And there was this idea that it was going to be a baptism of the Holy Spirit. You know, John was baptizing people with water, and at one point he also alluded to the fact that one day somebody is coming that I'm going to be unworthy to even untie his sandals, but he's going to baptize you with fire, with the Holy Spirit. This was coming, friends. This was going to happen. And this baptism, John Piper says, it's extraordinary power for extraordinary results. This was going to be a game changer for them, but they needed to wait. But this was worth the wait. What was coming was worth waiting for. And then he talked about how they would be a witness in Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. What does this word witness mean? Well, we know one part of it is like if you were called to a courthouse to be a witness, to give a testimony as to what you have experienced or to your knowledge, what you know. But also, if you were to look at the Greek of this word, it also means martyr. Someone that is willing to sacrifice everything for what they believe. And this is what Jesus was calling this group of apostles, which was about 120 people. He was now calling them to go and be a witness, tell everybody what you have seen, but also that it might mean that you're going to need to sacrifice your life for what you believe. And maybe there's things in your life that you need to sacrifice, that you need to let go in order to tell people about Jesus. Maybe you need to let popularity go. Maybe you need to I don't need to have the most followers on social media. That I need to let go of some areas in my life that are problems, that are sins, that are addictions. I need to sacrifice those things to be a witness for Jesus. And it might be hard, but friends, it's so worth it. It's worth the wait. It's worth the gift to be able to go and tell people the good news of Jesus. So what we've learned today, some things, is that you are not just a disciple, a learner, but you are also called to be an apostle, a messenger. That some things you need to wait for. You need to, the gift of the Holy Spirit was worth waiting for. It was going to help to change them, to give them the power that they needed to go and do what Jesus has called them to do. And then you need to be a witness. You need to go and let people know the historical proofs of the Bible, the evidence and the experiences that you have had with Jesus, what he's done in your life. And also that means some sacrifice. Remember, the word means martyr, and you're going to have to let some things go in order to be able to share the gospel of Jesus. And what we recognize in Acts chapter 1 is that doing these things, this gift of the Holy Spirit, is worth waiting for. And I hope that this is a gift that you want to desire, that you will seek out after, to say, I want to have the baptism of the Holy Spirit, because it's a gift worth waiting for.